What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Logical Dude, and welcome back to another edition of CoinLogic TV, because it's Friday, August 20th, 2021, and we're rocking out these crypto markets. It's been a crazy week. We are on the up and up. As you can see here on the CoinLogic Index here at coin-logic.com, you can see these are the coins that myself and my company are invested in. We're having a great day in the markets here. Bitcoin's running up over $48,000. Ethereum's over $3,200. Binance Coin's toying around with $450. Solana has been killing it this week. Has basically doubled for us. And yeah, running up over $77. Polygon has jumped back up to over $1.53, which is great stuff. Stellar's running over around 38 cents. Been toying around in that level for a while. Has almost a 9.5%, or it's a 9.4% run up. The lowest gainer in my portfolio right now is Atom Cosmos at 4.77% rise up, but it's still at 1980. So really happy about that. Then we got one of my favorite projects in the entire crypto space next to Hive, and that's Basic Attention Token. I love the Brave browser. It's my favorite browser experience. Great team, personable team. You can go on to Twitter and get to know those guys. If you contact them for support, you're talking with the devs and possibly sometimes even talking to the creator himself, Brandon Ike. I don't think he's so much doing support anymore, but you know but in the early days, that's what would happen. So yeah, I've been with Brave for a long time, and my favorite browser of choice. I don't do the recording through OBS using Brave because of the notifications, and that's how you earn some Brave and that kind of thing. That and just Safari works better on this recording platform here. So that's why I use it, but any other time I'm using the Brave browser. So go and check that out. You can earn some Basic Attention Token for looking at targeted ads and that kind of thing. And you can go and tell it what you want to see, what you don't want to see. It's all about your privacy and that kind of stuff. So great browser experience. Go check it out. Nexo Token, which is one of my favorite crypto platforms as far as the centralized platform is concerned. We use Nexo to be able to hold. That's where I'm basically holding all my Bitcoin, and it's acting as collateral, and we use that collateral to loan against it in USDC and either spend it on Coinbase card, for different, real world expenses, and earn Stellar that way. So that's why we have Stellar in the portfolio. And then we also, it earns interest because it's being lent out. So we earn some interest, and we have some of the best rates that I could find. I can loan against it at 6.9%. So that's better than any kind of like credit card or line of credit that I can get out there. And it's all crypto based. So they're a great centralized platform. They're insured up over $375 million. So go check out Nexo Token. I hold Nexo Token in my portfolio to stay up in those good earnings and the good interest, the borrowing interest. So then we've got Hive. Hive is up almost 53 cents right now. We did go up over, like I said, 57 cents at a 16.83% rise in the last 24 hours. So I was really excited to wake up and see my portfolio. It's beautiful. Hive is one of the best ecosystems in the crypto sphere. As overall, we have so many DApps going on. We have NFTs. We've got games and from like Splinterlands, D-City, Rising Star. There's, different games going on. We've got DeFi. We've got all these different communities. So, because that's what Hive is. Hive is all about community. It is the crypto for the people kind of thing. Where at this point, let's just face it, Bitcoin and Ethereum are basically the crypto for the institutions at this point. But Hive is still the crypto for the people. We are decentralized social media, decentralized video platforms. We got decentralized audio platforms. We got Twitter-like platforms and Dbuzz. We've got e-commerce, which is like my platform and Hive List. We've got entrepreneurial platforms like Hive Hustlers and the CTP Talk. And then we've got finance communities like LeoFi. And we're going to be talking about LeoFi because they are one of the top second layer systems on Hive. And they have just come out with their latest project called LeoFi, which is where you can actually lease out your Leo Power, which is your stake in their platform, and earn some passive income that way. So we're going to be getting into that, and then we're going to be getting into talking about an article by one of my favorite Hive writers, Taskmaster4450, and getting into an article where he's talking about Chairman Powell saying that he does not think that the economy is going to go back to pre-pandemic normalcy. So we're going to take that as we will. I'm going to scratch my eyeball real quick because that's just, you know, what it is. And we're going to get right into these markets. So over here, we've got coin-logic.com, which is my little crypto home on the internet. It is basically my little crypto research platform where I can come into one place, look at all the market information I need to find, look at the news center, which has got 4 different news sources that are fed into it via RSS feeds. I've got the live crypto markets coming in through CoinGecko's API, and I got all the information that I need all in one little place. I can even come down here and exchange tokens using my Simple Swap exchange. I've got all my little technical analysis stuff all right here, all in one nice, neat little fun package. I've been building on this platform for a couple of years now. So the CoinLogic Index, which is what's on the front page, is basically everything that I'm involved in, all the tokens that I'm invested in, kind of thing. You can see here, we're having a great day in our little market. All green here in the space. We've got Bitcoin up 7.16% at over $48,000. Got Ethereum over 3,200. Binance Coin playing around with that $450 level. Solana's been killing it, up over $77. It's actually doubled over this week. It's been a beautiful investment so far. We got Polygon running back up over $1.53. Stellar toying around with a 38-cent level. It's up 9.4%. The lowest performer in the portfolio is Cosmos, but it's still running up to 1980. Really happy with Cosmos. We do some DeFi staking with the Osmosis platform, which is like a second layer system with Cosmos. Cosmos is kind of like it's an inter blockchain interoperability kind of situation. So there's several different little side chains that you can interact with, and earning some pretty decent coin with the Osmosis DeFi structure, doing some staking and doing the liquidity providing and earning on that. So then we have Basic Attention Token, which is up over 77 cents. One of my favorite crypto projects. It's one of the most useful projects in the space with the Brave browser. They're basically trying to change internet advertising. So yeah, it's great. It's all they block so many ads. You only see the ones that are, that you want to see, basically. You can turn on and off their shields. You can use Tor through their browser if you want to. You can open up like a private Tor window, as well as like a regular just private incognito window kind of thing. So definitely go check out Brave. They're all about your privacy, and the team is really awesome. So, really and have enjoyed dealing with those guys throughout the years. Some of my feedback's actually gone into implementation through the browser, so it's just pretty cool. My son's feedback too on some stuff, so they're pretty easy to deal with. Then you can see the Nexo token, which is one of our favorite platforms as far as centralized platforms to deal with in the crypto space. We use Nexo, which you can see right down here below. Is a place where you can come and park your crypto. Like, this is where we come and park our Bitcoin and Ethereum and let it earn interest for us. And then I can actually borrow against that and use the USDC in, whatever manner I need to use it for. And then I can just pay back the loan. And so that way I'm actually making use of my crypto. So it's sitting there earning interest. I can use it as collateral and loan against it, be able to actually use crypto. And then I can pay it back with my DeFi earnings or my Hive earnings or something like that. So it's a beautiful system that they've got set up, and it keeps you out of the tax structure. So because if you are borrowing against your assets, it's just like borrowing against the money, like a home equity line of credit kind of thing. You borrowing against your assets, using the money, and then you just paying back a loan. That's all tax-free, baby. Good stuff. So Nexo is a great place to go and invest in. You have to hold at least 10% of your portfolio in Nexo tokens to be able to get the good earning and the good borrowing rates. So check that out. And then we've got Hive, which you can see right here below. Hive is my favorite ecosystem in the crypto space. It's running up to 53 cents. We've got everything here. It is decentralized social media, freedom of speech platforms. You own your data. as you can see up here, you can see at the logical dude with the little hive symbol next to it, that's my wallet address too. So there's no complicated, convoluted wallet addresses. The only thing that's a little complicated, I will say, is the key structure. But if you use the Hive keychain that you can download and install into the Brave browser or Chrome and enter in your keys there, it's real quick and easy. It's kind of like using MetaMask to sign stuff with Web3, because with Web3, you have to sign your transactions. That way it's like, the system making sure that it's you actually doing the stuff. So it's a way that it's protecting you and your identity and your privacy as well. That's what blockchain does for you. So you can use the Hive keychain. You can also download the Hive keychain mobile app. I am using that more and more every day. I'm finding that is the easiest way to use any of the Hive platforms, the Hive front ends, is just using that keychain application. You can go to whatever front end you want, easily sign in using the Hive keychain there. And every transaction that I've ever done through that app has had no problems at all. So go and check that out if you are a mobile only user, or if you just need a good Hive option for your mobile device, go download the Hive keychain app. It's available on iOS and Android. So there you go. But Hive is killing it. And Hive backed dollars. So this is like our attempt at a stable coin. As you can see, it's ran up to $1.31 at the moment. So that's what happens with Hive backed dollars sometimes. So we try to keep it as pegged close to $1 as possible. But yeah, it has its run ups and its run downs and that kind of thing. That's why it's at the moment with Hive List, with a lot of our vendors, that's why we pay out in the swap USDT versus the Hive backed dollars, because Hive backed dollars, they fluctuate. And when you're doing e-commerce, you have to think about the fluctuation of the tokens. So that's why I do all my accounting through the Hive List store in the USDT. So that's that. Anyway, moving on. Let's go over here to the CoinLogic trending page over here, and we're going to see the top 10 gainers of the top 100 are SafeMoon, The Graph, Avalanche, Telecoin, Helium, Harmony, whatever this is, Bitcoin Cash, something over here, VeChain, XTC Network, and then Polygon. And then we've got the top 10 losers of the top 100, Voyager, Airwave, Audius, and then stablecoins. So it is a very green day in the market, except for poor old Voyager down 31.49%. That's a big old dip, guys. So, we got our top 10 by market cap. Hasn't done much motion here in the last few days. We've got still, of course, our king, granddaddy, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And then we've got Cardano that did earlier in the week, jumped up to that number 3 spot. We've got Binance Coin actually toppled over Tether to take that number 4 spot. So there is a move. And then we've got Tether, XRP, Dogecoin, Polkadot, USDC, and Solana in that top 10 spot there. And by volume, we've got Tether, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, Binance Dollar, Ethereum Classic, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and USDC Coin. And coming on down here, and we're looking at the Fear and Greed Index. Still rocking around a 70, so we're in that greedy range. We're starting to get there, so we got to start looking at, looking at what we're going to be doing in the future. Because once it gets really, really greedy, that's when I start looking for times for turnarounds. So if you're doing any trading, you might want to look at exit strategies and that kind of thing. But I think that we're going to keep going up for a while. I don't think this bull run's over by any kind of means. Bitcoin dominance is still hanging out around 44.61%. It did kind of take a rise up over the last few hours. You can see that it is sitting up really nice. Nice little domination for Bitcoin there around 44.6. So you can see down here on the daily time frame, Bitcoin is in a buy based on a lot of the indicators here on TradingView, so you can go and take a look at that. But we're going to go and look at the charts real quick. So, real quick, this is Binance Coin. Why not? Let's take a look at Binance Coin. Binance Coin does have a lot of motion riding up here. We are in the green on the money flow index. VWAP's pointing up. But the RSI is getting a little overcooked, so be careful with that one, guys. But we do have a lot of good motion. Excuse me. maybe looking at that whole Adam and Eve double bottom situation going on here. That's definitely a point of view that I'm looking at here. Coming up here, looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we are busted over the 200-day moving average with a good solid green candle here. Like I said, we're rolling over 48K. I can see it coming back down, touching the 200-day of support and keeping on riding up. Hopefully that's what we keep going, that we, got the momentum for it at this point. The volume is still a little low for me, but we do have some rising momentum, and the money flow indicator is definitely in the green. Again, on Bitcoin, the RSI is getting a little to that oversold level. So be careful. It is a little heated right now. Again, I could be watching for like a pullback, maybe towards that 200-day moving average. That would put it around, say, 45.5, somewhere around there. Could be a pullback. So if you're doing that short-term day trading, then, that may be something that you're looking for. Myself, I'm always just looking for a little bit cheaper buying opportunities, but really I just kind of buy dollar cost average, daily and weekly. So try to do it as daily as possible, but right now I'm trying to take care of some debts at the moment. So it is what it is. So let's get it over here, and we're going to be talking about the new LeoFi platform. So this is from the Leo Finance team. This, what you're looking at, is leofinance.io. It is one of the top second layer front ends on the Hive blockchain. They have really done some amazing work with this platform. They continue to build it out constantly fixing features, constantly adding new features. They are the creators of the Cub DeFi platform on Binance Smart Chain as well, which is our DeFi platform of choice. Why? Because this is a solid team. We are not worried about rug pulls or anything like that. They are building for the future. They are building out their Cub DeFi and the Leo Finance structure for a long-term vision. They're even integrating in with Polygon coming up. So really great team to get behind. But here is their latest project, which is LeoFi. This is a decentralized leasing marketplace for Leo Power, which Hive Power, okay, so if you don't know anything about that, so the Hive ecosystem, you have Hive and then you have Hive Power. Hive Power is your stake. So that is your stake in the network kind of thing. That's where you get your voting power from. So the bigger voting power you have is coming from your stake and that kind of thing. Well, with Hive, you can lease out your Hive Power on the de-lease market. We've had this for a while. Well, now this is the first second layer system that has a leasing program for their token structure, and it's really awesome. So now you can actually lease out your Leo Power and earn a passive income. So really cool stuff. So you can go and check out this article, which I will be linking down in the description below, but it's leofi.io. And you can see they have a growing marketplace, the marketplace that's been growing really fast. So you can get up to a maximum APR. This constantly fluctuates, but you can roll up to around 20%. That's some pretty good returns. So basically what happens is you can request a lease. So you can request to lease Leo Power. So if you don't have a lot of Leo Power in your account, then you can actually request a lease. And what you do is you put up some Leo to pay out for that lease. And then you're going to get that Leo Power for a certain amount of time. So say whatever you select, say like 12 weeks or something like that. And then you're going to be paying out some Leo. Well, they have a fee to use the marketplace, which I believe is 10%. So say you paid 60 Leo, you would actually, the person receiving the payout would actually receive 54 Leo, because the 6 Leo, so that 10% would actually get burned, which helps with the inflation of the Leo token. So it's all explained here in this article. So you can go and check that out. Yeah, here was basically the explanation for all that. So I've been playing around with it a little bit. So you can see total staked right now. We have over $2 million staked in the current moment. We got what's looking like, yeah, over $477,000 in earnings, and we've got pooled values of, man, my eyes are getting bad, over almost $1.5 million in pooled values. So this is a really cool little platform. You can come over here and you can check it out here, so you can lease your Leo power. So say if you've got 10,000 Leo power that you want to lease out, you can lease it out for 6 weeks, and you're going to get a daily payout of 3.2 Leo. There's a total of 135 Leo that you're going to receive over a 6-week period of time at 10.48%. So you can see right now the maximum APR, because the market's had some time to settle at this point. It's been a couple of days since the release of this article. So you can see it's settled down to around 12.67%, but that's still a pretty good return. You know, not bad for some passive income just for leasing out something that you just have staked and sitting there. So you can definitely come and lease it. You can lend out your Leo or your power. But for right now, you would basically just request a lease. So that would be the way to get started. So they do have the lending stuff coming soon. So this is a platform that is one of those long-term visions. So we're just going to continue to grow with this. So really excited about the LeoFi platform. I'm definitely going to be requesting some Leo power for the CoinLogic account. So for sure. So let's get right over here into Taskmaster 4450's article talking about Chairman Powell of the Federal Reserve holding a virtual meeting where he made some very telling statements. It is evident that COVID-19 has changed a lot of things quickly. The Fed is aware of this since it's coming out in the data now. Finally getting some solid data. What this means is we are entering a new economic era in how things are structured. Powell believes the central banks need to adapt to this advancement of technology. All right, the technology is advancing. There is little doubt that companies invested large sums of money in technology since the pandemic has started. The entire work from home was kicked off by technological infrastructure being put in place so that people could do their jobs remotely. Kind of telling how Zoom just kind of magically appeared out of nowhere. So here we see this is having a lasting impact. So everybody is, people don't want to go back to the office. We covered the struggle that has taken place between employers and workers as there was a push to return people to the office. It also did not go unnoticed by the Fed. And this is quoting Powell. It seems a near certainty that there will be substantially more remote work going forward, Powell said. That's going to change the nature of work and the way work gets done. We've heard this before. Hence, Powell is convinced that this is not a temporary situation. We have to adapt to an economy that is based upon more people working outside the office environment. And that will obviously have a fallout on a lot of industries. Again, this is showing up in data. It's evident where the shift is coming from and how it's starting to play out. Again, Powell said that the heavy investment by companies in new technology means there will be more jobs in the future associated with maintaining that technology, but also potential job losses in industries focused on in-person contact. He said some of those industries may be moving to an automated, no-contact model. So, hey, you know what? If you have already been jumping on the online train, then you're ahead of the game, guys, because there's still a lot of people out there that are going to be struggling for this. So, gotta think about ways that you can help other people get into the online industry. Hey, man, you might be able to find a nice little gig doing that. So going on, Powell says that this trend is already showing up in the jobs data, with the recovery slower in industries that rely on public interaction such as travel, leisure, and hospitality. Those are jobs disproportionately held by women and people of color and typically pay lower wages, Powell noted. So going on, Taskmaster goes back to saying that this is essentially the Amazon moment, but on steroids. We saw the damage that online shopping did to the retail sector. It completely upended it. This damaged a lot more than just retailers. We see shopping malls owners in dire situations. Tax revenues are also affected, as is the local employment. Of course, all this took place over the course of a decade, and what we are seeing is happening all under 2 years. The challenge is that many people who are losing their jobs due to the transformation of the economy will have a tough time getting back into the workforce. Powell goes on to say it may be that some of the people will have a harder time finding their way back into the workforce without more education and training, he said. He said there are millions of people who have lost service sector jobs and remain out of work and need to be supported. That's a part of the recovery that's far from complete, he said. So for years, this is Taskmaster going back. So for years, Taskmaster has wrote about the concept of technological unemployment. If you've never followed Taskmaster 4450's articles on the Hive blockchain, you really should. Really awesome insight this guy has. So really smart guy. I know he teams up with John Olson of the CTB community, and they have a crypto podcast that they do. So you should probably go and check that out. But go follow him on the Hive blockchain. So really exciting information. So let's just go on. We'll finish up this article because I've gotten this far into it. So, but yeah, the technological unemployment. Talking about that. So this is an idea that many people overlook. If you ask most people why they lost their job, few to none will say that they were replaced by technology. People simply do not view things that way. However, if we analyze what is taking place, we see that is exactly what is happening. Anyone who was working for Blockbuster lost their job when the company went bankrupt, except for the last one that is in Bend, Oregon. I've been there. Pretty cool. It was very nostalgic. But anyway, the leading video rental company went belly up. They ended up shutting down all their stores as the industry was dead. Again, all but one. If you ask anyone who was working for Blockbuster at the end, they will tell you they lost their job when the company went out of business. Well, that is not exactly the case. These people lost their jobs to technology. They became part of the technological unemployed. The reason they lost their job is because Netflix entered the picture and took video distribution to the streaming level. It made Blockbuster obsolete. We are seeing the same thing with services such as video conferencing. Organizations are finding out they can handle most things via this technology, avoiding the face-to-face contacts, like in a conference room. It also opens the door for greater competition among employees since companies can literally draw workers from anywhere. Therefore, it only makes sense that the vast sections of the economy are destroyed forever. And this is what Powell's referring to. We see so much disruption taking place that the broader economy is affected. So, Taskmaster forecasts that we will not see the end, or we will not see employment improve. Sorry, I can't read apparently. We're not going to see it improve much going forward. We're just not. The U.S. unemployment rate might drop, but that will be from people giving up looking for work, or they kick off because their benefits run out. Nevertheless, total employment figure has likely peaked. We are in a technological era. Thus, we are not going to see things return to the way they were in 2019. The global economy has permanently changed. We all know that. And if you don't think that, then God help you. Ironic that since technology is making the shift possible, it's going to happen anyway. The pandemic simply provided the incentive for companies to embrace it. And that's absolutely right. So, and I mean, I can speak from experience as a delivery driver. You know, I mean, there's so many things that are just being replaced. Like if you go into different fast food restaurants, you've got kiosks set up there. I mean, they can't even find people to work in the kitchen. So eventually there's going to find some kind of automated way to be able to make food and distribute the food and that kind of thing. You know, because, or I don't know, there needs to be something. So what it's going to take is for people to kind of rethink. We just kind of rethink and get out of this old mentality. So our school systems are based on like the old 1930s, 40s, and 50s mentalities of factory workers and, you know, the industrial age. Well, this is a completely different age now, and our schools are so far behind, it's not even funny. So we've got to learn how to educate ourselves. We got to learn to go out there and go and find and acquire the skills that we need to be able to make it in this new world. You know, me, I'm even going back and relearning JavaScript and Node.js and trying to expand my knowledge on that end so that I can be a better developer for the Hive blockchain. Try to expand past just, working with WordPress and what I can get away with WordPress, So we all have to get out there and we all have to try new things. That's a whole part of this whole video, me making videos and creating podcasts and things like that. It's me stepping into a different realm to try to create content, to try to educate people on things that I know that could probably, hopefully better you in the long run. So anyway, this video's gotten a little long, but I'm going to let you guys go. So hopefully you're having a great Friday. Hopefully these markets are going to continue to go throughout the weekend, and let's keep this momentum going, guys. Y'all have a great one. Be cool, be real, and always abide. Peace.